I love weirdcore. Wait, that sounds familiar. Anyways, I've always wondered why I love weirdcore. It's weird that I and quite a lot of you love an aesthetic that looks like this. I mean, this isn't visually appealing like quote-unquote normal art. It isn't always necessarily profound like literature, so why do we love this? The human psyche is incredibly interesting, like how our fetishes come from trauma and how we act entirely comes from our parents. But I've always wondered if that same human psyche also somehow plays into our love for weirdcore. So here's a video essay about that for you to watch at 3 AM and to further worsen your sleep schedule. The visual language of weirdcore is a complex and intriguing blend of uncanny, nostalgic, and unsettling imagery that captures the essence of the aesthetic. The low-quality or amateur photographs often depict liminal spaces, which are transitional areas that can evoke feelings of unease and uncertainty. The use of these spaces in weirdcore imagery contributes to the overall sense of unfamiliarity, as they're often places we may have encountered in our daily lives but are not typically the focus of our attention. Nostalgia plays a significant role in weirdcore, as the aesthetic borrows heavily from the visual styles of the older internet, specifically from the late 90s to mid-2000s. The nostalgic element can provoke a sense of comfort or familiarity in the viewer, which can then be offset by the surreal or unsettling aspect of the images. These contrasts create a unique and captivating visual experience that challenges the viewer's expectations and assumptions of the world around them. Weirdcore's unpredictable nature is a crucial aspect of the aesthetic, as it defies logical and spatial boundaries, creating a sense of disorientation and confusion for the viewer. The images often include surreal or abstract elements, such as distorted or glitched visuals that disrupt our perception of reality. These images may appear out of place or defy the natural laws of physics, contributing to the feeling of unease or disquiet. Furthermore, the inclusion of incomplete or out-of-context text within weirdcore images leaves the viewer questioning the meaning of the statement and encourages them to make their own interpretations. This ambiguity and defiance of conventional narrative structures add to the unpredictable nature of weirdcore, drawing the viewer further into its strange and enigmatic world. Isolation, disorientation, and the exploration of the subconscious are common themes within the weirdcore aesthetic. The imagery often depicts empty or abandoned spaces, which can evoke feelings of loneliness and isolation in the viewer. This sense of isolation is further accentuated by the disorienting nature of the visuals, as they challenge our understanding of the world and our place within it. Disorientation is a core aspect of weirdcore, as the images often present scenarios that are difficult to comprehend or make sense of, leaving the viewer feeling lost or confused. This disorientation can provoke an emotional response, as it forces the viewer to confront their own fears, uncertainties, and insecurities about the world around them. A key aspect of weirdcore lies in its ability to evoke a sense of the uncanny. The concept of the uncanny was introduced by Sigmund Freud in his 1919 essay, The Uncanny, where he explored the idea of the familiar becoming unfamiliar and eerie. According to Freud, the uncanny is a psychological phenomenon that arises when something that was once familiar to us suddenly appears strange or unsettling, creating a feeling of unease or discomfort. In the context of weirdcore, the uncanny manifests itself in the juxtaposition of nostalgia familiar elements with the surreal, distorted, or unexpected visuals that we find in weirdcore. This combination challenges our preconceived notions and expectations, drawing us into a world that feels both familiar and foreign at the same time. The unsettling feeling that weirdcore evokes is a complex emotional response, characterized by a blend of fascination and discomfort. Viewers are drawn to the strange, surreal, and enigmatic visuals that weirdcore presents, intrigued by the desire to explore and understand the unknown. This fascination, however, is often accompanied by a sense of unease, as the image disrupts our understanding of the world and compels us to confront our own fears and insecurities. This combination of fascination and discomfort is a key aspect of weirdcore's appeal, as it creates a captivating and thought-provoking experience that keeps viewers engaged. The unsettling nature of the aesthetic pushes the boundaries of our comfort zones, encouraging us to question our assumptions and challenge our perceptions of reality. The emotional tension generated by the mix of curiosity and unease makes Weirdcore a powerful and memorable aesthetic that continues to resonate with audiences. The uncanny's ability to tap into our primal fears and desires is a crucial factor in the appeal of Weirdcore. By presenting us with images that combine familiar and unfamiliar elements, the aesthetic awakens deep-rooted emotions and instincts that lie dormant within our subconscious minds. Our primal fears are often linked to our instinct for self-preservation and our aversion to danger or harm. The uncanny nature of Weirdcore, with its distorted and surreal visuals, can trigger a sense of unease or threat as it challenges our understanding of the world. This unsettling feeling taps into our innate fear of the unknown, prompting us to question our safety and stability in an unpredictable environment. Conversely, the uncanny also taps into our primal desires, such as our innate curiosity and drive to explore new and unfamiliar experiences. The juxtaposition of nostalgia and strange elements in Weirdcore images ignites our innate need to make sense of the world around us, compelling us to delve deeper into the enigmatic visuals and decipher the hidden meanings. Nostalgia plays a pivotal role in the Weirdcore aesthetic, providing a sense of familiarity and connection to the past that contrasts with the unsettling and surreal elements of the images. Drawing inspiration from the visual styles of the older internet, like I already mentioned, Weirdcore taps into the collective memory of a time where the internet was less polished and more mysterious. The nostalgic aspects of Weirdcore can evoke a wide range of emotions, from comfort and warmth to a yearning for a simpler, more carefree time. By incorporating visual cues and design elements from the past, such as primitive digital graphics, lo-fi photography, and amateur editing, Weirdcore images can transport viewers back to an earlier era, resonating with personal experiences and memories that may have been long forgotten. The role of nostalgia in Weirdcore aesthetics is essential in creating a rich, multi-layered experience for the viewer. It offers a sense of grounding and relatability that contrasts with the disorienting and enigmatic nature of the images, establishing a dynamic interplay between the familiar and the unfamiliar. This juxtaposition of nostalgia and the uncanny is what makes Weirdcore a compelling and thought-provoking aesthetic, inviting viewers to explore the complexities of their own emotions and memories. Nostalgia, as a psychological phenomenon, has a profound impact on our emotions and perceptions. It can evoke feelings of comfort and security as it transports us back to familiar times and spaces, allowing us to relive past experiences and revisit cherished memories. This can provide a sense of continuity and stability, grounding us amidst the disorienting and surreal elements present in Weirdcore. At its core, nostalgia is a form of longing, a yearning for a past that is out of reach yet vivid in our memories. It's an emotion that bridges the gap between past and present, connecting us to earlier parts of our lives. This longing can often be tinged with a sense of melancholy as we acknowledge the passage of time and the inevitability of change, as we think about how those times will never come back. In the context of Weirdcore, the feelings of comfort, security, and longing evoked by nostalgia serve to amplify the uncanny nature of the aesthetic. The familiar elements from the past, rendered in lo-fi photography or primitive digital graphics, create a stark contrast with the unfamiliar, unsettling components. This interplay between the known and the unknown, the comforting and the disconcerting, intensifies the emotional impact of the Weirdcore aesthetic. The psychological effects of nostalgia also contribute to the overall allure of Weirdcore. They create an emotional resonance, drawing in viewers with a sense of shared history and experience. This not only heightens the engagement with the aesthetic, but also deepens the exploration of our subconscious fears and desires, adding another layer of complexity to the Weirdcore experience. Weirdcore's manipulation of nostalgia is not only just a byproduct of its aesthetics, but an active, intentional strategy. It purposely plays on the viewer's sense of familiarity, taking elements from a time past and presenting them in a manner that feels both recognizable and foreign at once. This is what we call distorted nostalgia. This distortion is accomplished through a variety of methods. For instance, the aesthetics of an old photo, complete with grainy textures and muted colors, are replicated, but the content of the photo itself may be surreal or nonsensical. This creates an inherent contradiction that unsettles the viewer. The form of the image triggers a sense of nostalgia, but the content of the image contradicts this feeling. Furthermore, the frequent use of digital graphics and text elements, which often appear out of context or incomplete, adds another layer of uncanniness to the nostalgic visuals. These elements remind viewers of the early days of the internet, but their lack of clarity and coherence disrupts any comforting reminiscence these visuals might otherwise inspire. In essence, Weirdcore serves as a visual language that allows us to explore and engage with our subconscious. It provides a unique artistic medium through which we can confront and interpret the abstract, the bizarre, and the unexplainable aspects of our inner selves. The subconscious mind is a vast and enigmatic realm that houses an array of experiences, emotions, and concepts that operate beneath our conscious awareness. It's a reservoir of dreams, repressed thoughts, and emotions that can influence our behaviors, decisions, and perceptions of the world, often in ways we might not even realize. The world of Weirdcore, with its surreal, uncanny, and often ambiguous imagery, could be seen as a vivid representation of this subconscious realm. Just like the subconscious, Weirdcore operates on a level that isn't immediately comprehensible. The visuals, though they exist in a tangible form, resist easy interpretation. They force the viewer to confront the unfamiliar, the unsettling, and the inexplicable, just as dreams and repressed thoughts often do. The images might depict scenes or situations that seem illogical or bizarre in the context of our waking, conscious lives, yet they evoke feelings and responses that are deeply ingrained in our psyche. Weirdcore's aesthetic mirrors the way our subconscious mind functions. It's a maze of distorted reality, of spaces and situations that seem oddly familiar yet alien at the same time. This parallel is most evident in the use of common but ambiguous themes in Weirdcore, such as isolation, disorientation, and the exploration of liminal spaces. These themes evoke a sense of uncertainty and unease, much like the feelings that can arise when we delve into our subconscious thoughts and emotions. The mysterious and uncanny nature of Weirdcore's visuals bear a striking resemblance to the dreamscapes that our subconscious minds conjure up during sleep. Dreams, like Weirdcore art, function outside of the realm of logic and spatial consistency. They often contain familiar elements and settings twisted into illogical and bizarre configurations, causing feelings of disorientation and confusion, just as Weirdcore does. When we dream, our subconscious minds weave together a collage of past experiences, emotions, and random thoughts into a narrative that doesn't always make sense to our waking minds. Similarly, Weirdcore combines familiar elements such as vintage photography, outdated digital graphics, and elements of popular culture, but presents them in a way that defies conventional understanding. The result is a dreamscape-like visual that feels simultaneously familiar and strange. In a dream, you might find yourself in a location that you recognize, but with certain elements that are out of place or distorted, causing a feeling of unease or dread. In the same vein, a Weirdcore image might present a scene that looks ordinary at first glance, but upon closer inspection reveals elements that are bizarre or inexplicably unsettling. It might be a familiar setting rendered unfamiliar by the presence of surreal elements, or a mundane situation made strange by the lack of context or the presence of incongruous elements. In this way, Weirdcore taps into our subconscious minds, inviting us to engage with our own inner dreamscapes and confront the uncanny elements that lurk within them. It's an aesthetic that plays with our perception of reality and challenges us to question and reinterpret the familiar. This exploration of the subconscious, of the dreams and fears that we carry with us, is one of the most compelling aspects of the Weirdcore aesthetic. Weirdcore's exploration of the subconscious touches a deep chord within us because it's a direct reflection of our inner selves. The subconscious is a repository of our deepest thoughts, feelings, fears, and desires, many of which we might not even be consciously aware of. When we engage with Weirdcore imagery, we're not just viewing a piece of art. We're embarking on a journey into the depths of our own subconscious. In that sense, the resonance of Weirdcore is deeply personal. The feelings it evokes, whether of dread, confusion, nostalgia, or a strange sense of comfort, are unique to each viewer. As the moderators of r/Weirdcore pointed out, the lack of context in Weirdcore images allows for a wide range of interpretations, making it incomprehensible in a mysterious way. This sense of mystery, combined with the familiar yet strange visuals, triggers a subconscious exploration that can be both unsettling and fascinating. The exploration of the subconscious also aligns with our natural curiosity and desire for self-discovery. By presenting us with enigmatic visuals that demand interpretation, Weirdcore encourages us to delve into our own subconscious minds and confront the thoughts and feelings we've repressed or forgotten. This introspective journey can be a source of self-discovery and personal growth, allowing us to better understand our own minds and the complex emotions that dwell within us. Moreover, the exploration of the subconscious via Weirdcore can also create a sense of shared experience and community. Despite the individual and unique interpretations each person may derive from a particular image, there is a communal understanding that we're all delving into a shared human experience, the exploration of the subconscious mind. In this way, the aesthetic not only connects us to our inner selves, but also to others who are on the same journey of exploration and understanding, thereby fostering a sense of collective identity and belonging. Finally, the subconscious mind is often considered the source of our creativity, and Weirdcore, with its dreamlike, surreal imagery, certainly stimulates that creative impulse. Whether it's the viewer decoding the meaning behind a particular image or an artist creating their own Weirdcore piece, this aesthetic offers an opportunity to tap into and express our creative instincts. As such, the exploration of the subconscious through Weirdcore can also be seen as an exploration of our deepest creative potentials. As a species, humans have long been fascinated by the unknown and the mysterious, from the unexplored depths of the ocean to the vast expanses of outer space. This fascination isn't just limited to the physical realm, though. We're also deeply intrigued by the psychological unknown, the mysterious aspects of our own minds and consciousness that remain largely unexplored and unexplained. This innate curiosity forms a fundamental part of our psychological makeup and is a key element driving our engagement with Weirdcore. Weirdcore, with its bizarre, disorienting, and out-of-context imagery, epitomizes the unknown and the mysterious. Each image is like a puzzle with no clear solution, an enigma that teases our curiosity and beckons us to delve deeper. The lack of context, as noted by the moderators of r/Weirdcore, is a crucial aspect of this. Without a clear narrative or explanation, the viewer is left to fill in the blanks, to construct their own story or interpretation based on their personal experiences and subconscious associations. This process can be both thrilling and disconcerting. On the one hand, it's an opportunity for intellectual and creative engagement, a chance to flex our interpretive muscles and explore new possibilities. On the other hand, it's a confrontation with the unknown, a venture into uncharted psychological territory that can provoke feelings of uncertainty, disorientation, or even fear. Yet, it is precisely this blend of intrigue and unease that makes Weirdcore so compelling. The thrill of the unknown in Weirdcore also taps into our evolutionary instincts. As humans, we're hardwired to pay attention to things that are new or different because they could potentially signal danger. Weirdcore, with its uncanny and surreal imagery, triggers this instinctual alertness, creating a heightened sense of engagement and excitement. Moreover, the unknown and mysterious also symbolize freedom and infinite possibilities. In the absence of defined meanings or narratives, we're free to explore a multitude of interpretations, to imagine different scenarios, and to question our perceptions and assumptions. This aspect of Weirdcore can be incredibly liberating, allowing us to step outside of our routine thought patterns and experience the world in new and unexpected ways. Thus, our fascination with the unknown isn't just about seeking thrill or excitement, it's also about embracing ambiguity and uncertainty as a pathway to creativity, self-discovery, and personal growth. Delving into the Weirdcore aesthetic is akin to embarking on a strange, captivating expedition into the uncharted territories of our mind. As we navigate through the uncanny landscapes, eerily familiar yet oddly unsettling, we are essentially exploring the realm of the unknown. These are the worlds that exist on the periphery of our collective consciousness, worlds that are at once strange, surreal, and beguiling. Weirdcore presents us with visuals that defy our everyday realities, transcending the constraints of conventional logic and spatial boundaries. The liminal spaces that frequently appear in Weirdcore imagery, for instance, are places of transition that are neither here nor there, existing somewhere in between. They're depictions of the non-places or the elsewheres that we seldom acknowledge in our daily lives, yet they strike a chord within us, invoking an inexplicable sense of recognition and intrigue. The enigmatic text often accompanying Weirdcore visuals further accentuates this venture into the unknown. With their out-of-context and incomplete messages, these textual elements serve as cryptic clues that point toward an unseen narrative, a hidden meaning that always seems to be just out of reach. The viewers are thus thrust into the role of explorers, left to decipher these cryptic signs and piece together their own interpretations. Moreover, the stark juxtapositions commonly found in weirdcore, the real with the unreal, the comforting with the unsettling, create a sense of disorientation, effectively destabilizing our grasp on reality. They force us to question our perceptions, to confront the limitations of our understanding, and to grapple with the inherent uncertainty and ambiguity of existence. This is not an easy undertaking, as it challenges our deeply ingrained beliefs and assumptions, yet it's precisely this challenge that makes this exploration so exhilarating and rewarding. Gibb, one of the moderators of the weirdcore community, describes the aesthetic as a collaborative effort of expanding boundaries and experimenting with new ideas. This statement encapsulates the essence of weirdcore as an exploration of the unknown. It's a collective journey that pushes the limits of our imagination, of venturing beyond the familiar and the conventional, and of seeking to understand the unfathomable depths of our subconscious. Each weirdcore image serves the doorway into this mysterious realm, inviting us to step through and discover what lies on the other side. As we navigate these strange and surreal worlds, we're not just observers, but active participants in the unfolding of this fascinating exploration. Curiosity is a fundamental human trait, an innate desire to seek out new experiences and knowledge. It drives us to explore the world around us, pushing us towards the unfamiliar and the unknown. And when we finally uncover something new or resolve a mystery, the satisfaction we experience is profound. The psychological reward, the pleasure of discovery, is a powerful motivator and a key factor behind our fascination with the weirdcore aesthetic. From a psychological perspective, curiosity can be seen as a form of intrinsically motivated behavior. Intrinsic motivation refers to doing something because it is inherently interesting or enjoyable, rather than due to some external pressure or reward. The pursuit of curiosity and the joy of discovery are prime examples of this. They are activities we engage in for their own sake simply because they make us feel good. Weirdcore, with its cryptic visuals and elusive narratives, presents an ideal playground for this curiosity. Each image serves as a puzzle, challenging us to decipher its hidden meanings and piece together its underlying story. The process of figuring out these puzzles can be a thrilling experience, as we gradually peel back the layers of mystery and get closer to the truth. And when we finally arrive at a satisfying interpretation, the sense of achievement we feel can be truly exhilarating. Furthermore, the sense of discovery extends beyond the individual images to the weirdcore aesthetic as a whole. The aesthetic represents a new and unconventional way of expressing and exploring our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. By engaging with weirdcore, we're not just discovering new images, but also new perspectives, new ideas, and new possibilities. This continual process of discovery and learning can be deeply fulfilling, providing us with a sense of growth and personal enrichment. Weirdcore's unique allure lies in its ability to defy the ordinary and venture into the realm of the strange and surreal. Its intriguing blend of nostalgia, uncanniness, and disorientation continues to captivate audiences, serving as an artistic paradox that is at once unsettling yet compelling. The aesthetic taps into our innate curiosity for the unknown, using its distinctive visual language to blur the boundaries between the real and the imagined, the past and the present, the comforting and the disconcerting. This continuous juxtaposition of elements keeps audiences engaged and coming back for more, proving that the allure of the strange and surreal is indeed enduring. At the end of the day, Weirdcore presents an avant-garde aesthetic that encourages us to step out of our comfort zones and explore the depths of our subconscious. It challenges us to confront our fears, question our realities, and engage with our nostalgia, all while embracing the thrill of the unknown. This unique aesthetic offers a boundless terrain for thought-provoking exploration and interpretation, encouraging viewers to delve deeper and appreciate its nuanced complexities. As we continue to navigate through the digital age, let's value and celebrate the impact of aesthetics like weirdcore, which stimulate our minds, evoke our emotions, and enrich our visual experiences. Embracing this aesthetic is a testament to our collective human curiosity and creativity, and serves as a reminder that there is much more to discover and appreciate in the fascinating world of digital art and design. I know weirdcore has definitely helped me in my life. As a Christian, I can recognize how Jesus has used weirdcore in my life, which sounds so cringy, but I know that he has used this kind of aesthetic in my life to really get me through some hard times, and I hope that he can do the same for you. Sleep well, everybody. Sweet dreams.